What's going on YouTube? This is AK and you're watching Vlogmore. And today I have an incredibly special rifle to cover for y'all today. If not the most special rifle I've ever covered on this channel. And the reason why, it's because it's my personal favorite. And it's a very little known rifle. Well, what am I covering? Well, it's an AR-15. So a lot of you might be thinking, well, how little known could it be? It's an AR. It's the most popular rifle in America. Well, it's not just any AR, okay? It is the C8. And this is a C8 clone that is manufactured by BCM, my all-time favorite AR-15 manufacturing company. So, what exactly is the C8 for those of you who are not familiar? Well, the C8 is the Canadian version of the American M4. Okay, now it was initially designed by a company called Dymico. It was introduced in was it 1983 and was finally adopted in 1994. And Dymico was kicking out these puppies, you know, designing a better version of the M4. One that was just superior to it in all regards, especially barrel profile, which we'll get into. I believe in 2005, Colt purchased Dymico, and the company was named Colt Canada Corporation, CCC. But this rifle is just spectacular. And again, shout out to BCM. I'm not sponsored by them, but shout out to them for even thinking to make a clone of this particular upper receiver. And again, to my knowledge, are the only ones that do it. And so that's why I just love that company. So what makes this rifle so cool? Well, Dymico noticed that with a lot of the American M4s, that the barrels were not designed for extended rate of fire for too long without having, you know, catastrophic failures and things of the sort. So what they did was they beefed up the barrel. And as you can see here in this clone, you have a Simon sleeve for grenade launcher attachments. And just notice how thick this barrel is. Now, what makes this barrel so awesome is the barrel profile that you're currently looking at runs through the entirety of the handguard. So this rifle was designed for fully automatic fire for extended periods of time. Now, if you ask me, that's what the American M4 should have been. And I understand that we've adopted the new SIG, was it M5, MCX, Spear, or whatever, but you know, if that even works out long term, I think we should spend the money instead to field our soldiers with C8s. It just makes more sense to me. I mean, pretty much all you're gonna have to do is just purchase a bunch of upper receivers to replace the M4 uppers, and I think that they'll still be served very well on the battlefield with weapons like this. Now, another reason why I am so in love with this particular rifle is because it's the main reason why I switched over from being an AK fan to an AR-15 fan, because I finally realized that there were weapons out there, or AR styled rifles out there, that did it right. And just knowing that the barrel is so beefy and that I can, you know, shoot for extended periods of time without any issues really gave me that comfort, that confidence, and I just love it. So what I did with this particular rifle is as you can see here, it's got the olive drab, you know, furniture on it. The reason why I did that is because the Canadians, that's kind of how they have their setup. Now this is a very rudimentary attempt at copying the C8 to the best of my abilities, but you know, the C8 has a little bit lighter of a green, and of course the C7, which is the rifle length gas system version of this very rifle, right? With a couple changes, but I tried my best to match that green. I know this olive drab's really dark, but best I could do. So that's the furniture I have here. As far as the scope is concerned, the C8, they have a very specific scope that they use. I just decided to use a hollow sun because it's practical. I do have some primary arm scopes that kind of look more similar to the scope that the Canadian military uses. But I just wanted to keep it simple. So that's pretty much the only noticeable difference, I suppose. But yeah, this rifle is used by UK Special Forces and military police forces, including other NATO allies. So this is what I feel like America should have had, and I don't know if someone wants to make some suggestions to Congress, and maybe it's not too late. I understand we need bigger cartridges according to, you know, the government, but I just think these rifles would serve us just fine for, you know, whatever ground warfare we are to engage in the future. So the Canadians did this right. As far as the barrel, like the specs on it, it's a 1 in 7 twist, which is pretty standard for a military issue, 5x5.6 NATO, and it is chrome lined. So BCM, of course, knocking it out of the park again, bringing you really good stuff. Yeah, as far as, you know, I understand that this setup is kind of old school because nowadays everyone's rocking M-lock and things of the sort. This is kind of just, you know, old school Iraqi war carbine setup, and that's fine. That's how I like to run it. I just like this look. So I ain't really a, you know, a style chaser. I just like what I like. And even my other mid-length gas system, BCM, that's a full BCM build, that is also very similar to this one. So yeah, I just like the look, and this is how I run mine, and I love it. So this is, in my opinion, the most superior version of an M4 that was ever produced for any military. And if you can get your hands on one, highly recommend, you know, seeking one out and doing your own version of a C8 build. It would be crazy if BCM came out with a C7. That would be nuts. But clone, of course, but I'm totally happy with this. I mean, it's super modular, become real compact, you know, and I just love it. So this is my C8, and I hope that y'all enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comment section below. Make sure, of course, to like and subscribe, and I will see y'all later. Peace.